Hello, my friends. Hello. It's your friend and mine, Matthew Street. Hey, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I am very excited about this video, folks, because I believe I have discovered it. I have found the moment in time, the exact precise moment in time when the Beatles became living legends. When the moment hit them, when the sun shone down upon them, when the moonbeams hit them, when the dreams of a million trillion people, young people, fell into their souls and they became living legends. Yes, folks, the date was February 11th, 1964. It was their first U.S. concert in Washington, D.C. at the Coliseum. They played only 12 songs. It only lasted like 30 minutes, if that. They started at 8:31 p.m. and 8,092 fans filled the Coliseum to capacity with 362 police and security and ancillary people. But the place was filled to the max. The Beatles had to walk out to a boxing ring in the center of the Coliseum. That's where the stage was set up. They took the ropes down. It was an open square stage. They had to walk through they had to sneak out unannounced through the crowd to get out to the stage. That was fun. Oh boy, was that fun. So they get up on the stage and they're fumbling and stumbling, trying to get the drum set up and trying to get everything sorted out. And there's all kinds of radio DJs up there announcing and blah, blah. They're wearing Beatle wigs. The Beatles don't know what direction we're going to face. And then finally Mal has to come up and he has to turn the drums around for Ringo because Ringo can't do it on his own. And it was pandemonium, folks, pandemonium. And I have watched this film so many times, and now with the advent of Beatles 64 coming out next month in November, I'm so pumped up for this and excited, folks. I have watched the Washington Coliseum so many times, I said, I want to sit down with my people and I want to dissect it. I want to dissect every last minute of it, okay? So bear with me, folks, because I've watched it so many times that I've gotten to the point where I've started to notice individual fans after a while and get to know them a little bit. Isn't that crazy? But I've gotten to know some individual fans. There's the girl with the tape recorder. There's all kind. There's her whole group who's with her that are freaking out. There's the binocular crew. There's the two girls that looks like Blondie and Blondie over there. You know, one's got the horn-rimmed glasses and they're chatting together. I mean, I'm getting to know people in this video, folks. It's starting to, read into them and what they're all about and what makes them tick. That's how much I've watched this film, folks. But I want to talk about some of the fans as we go along when I do this little dissection. But there's a couple in the front row. When the Beatles first start, the couple that really has always stood out to me, they're in the front row. They're right on the aisle in that the Beatles are facing out, and the shot from behind the Beatles shows them sitting just to the left in the front row, right on the aisle. There's a young blonde girl with a light-colored sweater and a dark shirt underneath. And she is just caught up in the moment, folks. Watch her whenever you can get shots of her during the entire show. And sitting to her right is a young man, and I don't know what to call him, the older brother, the boyfriend, I don't know what it is, but she's so into it, and he's Mr. Stoic. He's sitting there, he's got his arms folded, he's too cool for school, minimal reaction. The Beatles are facing them for several songs when they start. He's got the light top on, like a V-neck sweater, a short haircut. Beatles crank through Roll Over Beethoven, From Me to You, and I saw her standing there. And he's smacking on some gum and watching them while the girl, again, sister, younger sister, girlfriend, I don't know. She's sitting there going nuts, okay? She's just so happy and excited. And it's just amazing, folks. And I look at them and I watch them during the whole show and I start to get to know them, and I'll be coming back to them in a little bit. But the Beatles, when that show kicks off, they're on fire. They are on fire. It's like watching Hamburg a little over a year later from that December 62 show they did at the Star Club. All right. It's like it's only a little over a year after that, and it's like they're still in that mode. It's Hamburg 2.0 because they are on fire. They're killing it. They're kicking ice. They're kicking ice and taking names. Ringo is playing all the fills. He's not just doing the beat like they did in later shows. He's doing all the fills, all the stuff that made their recording so great. The Beatles are playing on fire. They're singing on fire. This is before things started to get boring for them, before they started to kind of slag off on the quality of their live performances. This could be one of the final shows where they were at their top level, folks, live. I'm serious. And folks, I believe strongly it is the moment that the Beatles became living legends. That's my opinion. So, the show's going on. Like I said, Beethoven, From Me to You, I saw her stand there. Objects are flying on the stage as they're playing. It's like stuff's coming in from all directions. It's bouncing off the Beatles. It's coming in over here, over there. It's hitting Ringo's cymbals. It's just unbelievable what's going on, folks. And then, so they finish those first three songs, and they flip to the complete opposite side. They turn the drum. Mal comes up, helps with it. They turn everything around, whole stage turn, 180 degrees. And now we can see the young couple a little better. All right, because now the way it's facing, they're facing them. You know what I mean? So you're getting a lot of shots where you can see this young couple I was talking about earlier. And now you can see she has a white sweater on with, like I said, the dark shirt underneath. And there looks like a button on her shirt similar to this. Don't know what it says, but it's a big button like this. Big Beatles button, from what I would think. And he's wearing, like I said, a V-neck sweater. And just to his right, to this younger guy. So you got the girl on the aisle, the young guy, like I said, Mr. Stoic. And then you got this older middle-aged guy. Then you got another young girl. Then you got a middle-aged woman. Now, is this a family? I don't know. What's their connection? The guy looks like he has a camera with him. He's taking pictures. He gets up at one point, leaves, comes back. I don't know what their status was or who they were, but I'm just mentioning that because look for that when you're watching the show. And like I said, they're sitting there, and now they go into This Boy as the fourth song. The blonde is clenching her hands. She's shaking. She's laser focused on the band during This Boy. You'll see her. Look at her. She's just over there behind them. She is laser focused on what they're doing. And at one point, John and Paul, and I'll try to put a shot up here of it, turn around and look back towards that direction where she's sitting. And the blonde girl just melts. She just like practically melts in her chair when John and Paul turn around during This Boy and look towards her direction. It's unbelievable. But of course, Mr. Stoic, he just still sitting there, appears to be chewing gum, arms folded still with a gulp. He does a little golf clap at this point. Nothing big. Okay, so now we get into All My Loving. The blonde girl freaks. All right, like I said, now you're getting a shot. The Beatles are facing this way, so behind them is now where this couple is. And the blonde girl freaking out. The guy, Mr. Nothingness, still during All My Loving. But the girl just freaks out. Watch her reaction back there to Paul singing All My Loving. Boom, now we go into Paul's introducing Ringo. Ringo's going to sing the next song, I Want to Be Your Man. And oh my goodness, the audience goes into a frenzy when Ringo's going to do I Want to Be Your Man. There's a girl in a white shirt and a dark jumper that's flashed during I Want to Be Your Man. And she's doing the funky chicken, man. she's getting into the Ringo doing I Want to Be Your Man. Funky chicken, man, funky chicken. That's the way I describe it. And the blonde girl, my little blonde girl who's in the front row there, she's clapping along to I Want to Be Your Man. It's great. It's wonderful. After I Want to Be Your Man, they do another stage change. Now they've spin it back 180 degrees to the original position. So now my little girl there and the young man, brother, boyfriend, now they're right in the front row looking right up at the Beatles, 10 feet away from them or whatever. And the Beatles kick into Please, Please Me. Ringo is on fire. I mean, during the whole show he is. He's doing all the fills. He's doing everything. But he is on fire with the fills during Please, Please Me. I mean, he's doing it all, folks. And now you see tape recorder girl. Remember I said about tape recorder girl who's got the tape recorder during the show? She's freaking out and all that. You'll see tape recorder girl. She's got glasses and short dark hair. Well, during Please, Please Me, look for tape recorder girl. They show a shot of her. And she's taping away. She's like, she's head bobbing, and she's got the mic up here. She's just no one's worried about bootlegs then, I guess, because she's taping away with that tape recorder. It's great. So now we go into a slower song, "Till There Was You." Ringo's drumming is flawless, excellent. He is drumming so well, and during George's guitar solo, watch for it. Ringo gets hit in the back of the head with an object. I don't know what it is. He gets hit in the back of the head. It bounces off his head. He turns around. He gives a quick spin to look back, but he doesn't miss a beat until there's you. He gets whacked in the head. He turns around. What was that? And he doesn't miss anything. It's unbelievable. And during "Till There Was You," a group of fans, you'll see them hold up, the one time in the show, they hold up a big Beatles banner. First and only banner I see in this concert. And it looks like it has the Beatles images, looks like this banner with the Beatles images drawn on it, the four heads. And then it looks like it says, from what I can see, "Beatles or bust." That's what it looks like to me. See what you think during "Till There Was You." Now we go into "She Loves You." We're coming into, building to the crescendo of the concert. During "She Loves You," the audience absolutely explodes. And my young stoic guy, he finally starts lightly clapping. Now he's picking up a little steam a little bit. He's starting to clap a little more when "She Loves You" kicks in. It's taking him a little while to get his engine going, but he's finally moving along here. Now, tape recorder girl, the other girl with the short dark hair and the glasses, she's finally put away the tape recorder. I think she gives it to a friend, because I think I see a friend taping in her group. She's got a group in the front row, and they're freaking out. This tape recorder girl and her group, they're going nuts during the whole show. But so she gives the tape recorder to a friend, and now she's got her camera out, and she's taking some pictures. Wouldn't you love to see those pictures? So she's out taking pictures during "She Loves You," and her group is just going ballistic. They're going nuts. All right. And the stage, I noticed the stage at this point during "She Loves You." It is absolutely covered in shite stuff. It's covered. It's just candy and jelly beans and crumpled up paper and trash, and it's all there. Okay, it's on the it's all over the place. I don't know. The Beatles must have had stuff stuck to their boots and everything. It was crazy. Ringo during "She Loves You," he's ducking objects. I mean, near the end of "She Loves You," watch, he gets hit in the head again with another object. It's so obvious. You can actually see stuff bouncing off his cymbals. I mean, it's unbelievable. So now after "She Loves You," they do another stage where they do a quarter turn to the left, and you can still see my little blonde and her brother or boyfriend, whoever he is, sitting with them. They're still in the front row. You can still see him. He's still got his arms folded, but he's a little more lively now. I think finally, we're getting down near the last 2 or 3 songs. He's finally perking up a little bit and seeing the genius and the legend. That's what's happening in front of his very eyes. And I think it's starting to sink in to that pea brain of his, okay? That thick skull. It's thick. It's sinking in. So we go into "I Want to Hold Your Hand" is announced, and they go into "I Want to Hold Your Hand." And the audience, the energy and the audience just blows the roof off the Washington Coliseum. I mean, it blows it clear off. It's unbelievable. I watch the beginning of "I Want to Hold Your Hand." The audience explodes, literally. Okay. My blonde girl is so pent up with energy during "I Want to Hold Your Hand." She's just in constant motion. I don't think they allowed them to stand up and run around then, because they all seem they want to go nuts, but you can tell they're restraining themselves. They're staying in their seats. I'm sure they're told that back in those days. But she's in that seat, and her pent-up energy is so obvious. She is just in constant motion, this and just I want to explode. And the guy next to her, again, boyfriend, brother, I keep saying that because I don't know. He's lightly clapping during "I Want to Hold Your Hand." He's saying, hey, this could be okay. And folks, during "I Want to Hold Your Hand," watch, there's a shot of tape recorder girl in her group. Short, dark hair, glasses, she was tape recorder. Watch tape recorder girl in her group during "I Want to Hold Your Hand." There's a shot of them. Folks, tell me if I'm wrong. It's the beginning of headbanging. They created and invented headbanging at a rock concert. Yes, you watch these kids with Tape Recorder Girl, her group in the front row. Headbanging, man. Long before heavy metal, okay? They were headbanging. So watch for that. I Want to Hold Your Hand ends. Now we go into Twist and Shout. Now my guy, he's clapping. The boyfriend, brother, whoever he is, he's clapping fast and furious now, man. Twist and Shout's got him going. He's like, yeah, oh yeah, all right. Yeah, he's being won over. The legend is winning him over. And my little girl there, the blonde girl with him, she is loving it. Twist and Shout. She is just into it. So watch for that too. Now, there's a guy during Twist and Shout. There's just a random shot. Never saw this guy before, I don't think, during the whole film. But all of a sudden, they show this guy, this random teenager, shaking his head so intensely and so much that I swear he's going to break his damn neck. He's just... I can't even do it, or I'll throw a conniption here, and you'll have to call the medics for me, okay? Folks, unbelievable. It's just so funny. I love it. I swear his neck's going to break. Watch for it during Twist and Shout. And then they do one more last stage change. The last song, so this one side that hasn't had them facing them yet, they turn 180 degrees to that side that hasn't had a front, view of them yet for one song. So they go back to an opposite position, and they do Long Tall Sally. And folks, my little young couple there, watch for them. They're into it. There's that guy. He's into it as much as he can be. Beatles got him from this to at least he's getting into it, okay? And she is freaking out. She is so excited. And folks, during Long Tall Sally, the audience is just mesmerized. I swear to God, 90% of them are sitting there going, what am I witnessing? What in the hell is this? It's like from another planet. What is this? What? They're just mesmerized. It's unbelievable, folks. The Beatles just kick ace on Long Tall Sally, rock harder than I've ever heard them rock to finish this concert. My little blonde girl there, she jumps up, waving, clapping towards them. People are standing. It's the last song, and she's just waving and longing for them. You can tell, folks. I've never witnessed a show so great as this. If I could have a time machine and go back to any period in the Beatles' career, give me a front row ticket to the Washington Coliseum concert, and I'd be a happy man. I would. So, folks, watching the Washington Coliseum concert, if that doesn't get you pumped up for Beatles 64 coming next month on Disney Plus, check your pulse, man. There's something wrong with you. Check your pulse. You're a dead fish or something. I am so pumped up now. My heart's racing here. I'm so excited for Beatles 64. I'm so excited. Folks, the Beatles. This was the moment in time. I swear I've discovered it, or my opinion anyway. You may have a different opinion. This was the moment in time the Beatles became the legends of the world. The legends, living legends, during the Washington Coliseum concert. That's my opinion. I know you're going to pick something. Oh, I was at Sullivan. No, I was there. No, I was Shea Stadium. No, I was there. Matt Street says it's when they hit the Washington Coliseum, and thank goodness they filmed it, because it proves how great the Beatles were. Love you all. Bye-bye.